Welcome to the Academy of Adoption and Assisted Reproduction Attorneys. Today, we're covering the state of Colorado and the assisted reproduction law and the fellows that we have in that state. We have a great number of fellows in the state of Colorado for you. You don't get just one to introduce themselves today. Let's start with Seth.
Hello, my name is Seth Grob. I'm an attorney here in Colorado. I've been practicing law for 31 years in the state. I am the founding partner at our firm Grob and Irick, which is a unique family building firm focused on adoption, medical assisted reproductive law, immigration law, and child welfare law. I've been doing this work for about 3 decades because I really enjoy helping infertile individuals build their families through surrogacy and adoption.
Great, thank you, Seth. And Judith.
Hi, my name is Judith Hakeст, and I am an assisted reproductive technology attorney here in Colorado. I'm a solo practitioner, and I've been in practice in this area of the law since 2011. I came to this area of the law by way of struggling with infertility myself, and my husband and I used assisted reproduction to have our own family, including surrogacy for one of our children. I am a nurse as well. I was a pediatric and neonatal intensive care nurse and worked for years in nursing before coming to law. My first area of practice in law was medical negligence and massive tort litigation. And it was my own struggle again with infertility that brought me to this area. And I'm very passionate about what I do.
Wonderful. Emily.
Hi, my name is Emily MacArthur. I am an art and adoption law attorney. I've been practicing in Colorado for 17 years. I came to this area of practice by way of luck and also because of some personal struggles with infertility as well. I speak 5 languages and I am happy to help anyone who needs help with assisted reproductive technology or adoption law.
5 languages is a lot. I can't imagine myself. All right, Laura, you're up.
Hi, my name's Laura Copel. I'm a solo practitioner specializing only in assisted reproduction law. I've been practicing in this area for 17 or 18 years now. It's definitely a passion. And I'm currently serving as the Deputy Director of the Art Division of Quade.
Great. And Nikki.
Hi, my name is Nikki Patrick. I've been practicing in Colorado for 19 years now. I came to this area of law based in my own struggles with infertility and realizing through helping some friends to going through an adoption experience that I was able to use my transactional law experience to help other people form families when they weren't able to do that on their own. So for me, it was a very appealing opportunity to have a more meaningful opportunity in my practice. So I feel very blessed to work in this area.
Wonderful. And John.
Good morning. My name is John Hassan, and I am a sole practitioner. My primary practice area has been assisted reproduction law since about the year 2002. At that time, I think Seth Grob and I were the only attorneys doing it, as I recall. And I kind of fell into this area of the law accidentally. The good friend of mine who was doing assisted reproduction, he asked me to help him on a case, and I just found that I really enjoy it. I love it. I consider it a blessing to be able to help people, with their assisted reproduction journey. And let's see what else. Interesting issues about me. I'm from New Jersey, but I lost my accent a long time ago, I think, except when I get a little bit agitated, people tell me that I have my New Jersey accent comes out. So that's it for me.
Great. I love that. All right. And Virginia.
My name is Virginia Frank, and I've been practicing adoption and surrogacy law for 30 years. My main client base is really international clients who I help with international getting home, getting here, helping people on the ground. I also am general counsel for Adoption and Surrogacy Choices that has a matching program here in Colorado. We try to match intended parents with gestational carriers, and also have a unique service where we can help people on the ground with their surrogacy and kind of monitor and be friends with them and try to do a lot of social work with them if needed. We go to the doctor with them and just get updates throughout the pregnancy. We also work with a lot of out-of-state couples who really are kind of in need of this service. So if anybody's needing a matching service, Adoption and Surrogacy Choices of Colorado is the one.
All right, great. All right, gang. I'm your moderator. I don't practice law in Colorado, so let's talk about Colorado. Those who are looking at these videos are probably doing a quick overview of the different states, trying to figure out where they should or shouldn't be. So Judith, big picture, is Colorado a friendly state for reproduction law or unfriendly?
Thanks, Kim. Colorado is a very friendly state for surrogacy. I'll speak to that since adoption is such a small part of my practice. And so we in Colorado passed a surrogacy statute signed into law by Governor Paulus on May 6th of 2021. And it's a very comprehensive statute. It includes gestational surrogacy and genetic surrogacy, in that if you comply with the statute, parentage is virtually guaranteed in Colorado.
Great. So great set of laws. Emily, is it for the LGBT community, is it friendly for them?
It is, and it really always has been for surrogacy. We've been able to get parentage orders for same-sex couples.
Seth, does it vary? Is Colorado one of those states where it makes a difference what area of the state you're in, or is it consistent through the state?
Now that we've passed the surrogacy statute, that really allows us to file cases if the child's born here, if the intended parents reside here, or the fertility clinic is located here. It gives us broad discretion in terms of where to file the cases. As Judith has mentioned, we are an extremely surrogacy-friendly state. We have not had difficulties in obtaining orders establishing parentage for intended parents. And really throughout the state now, there's a recognition that intended parents, as long as they follow the tenets of the surrogacy statute, will be recognized as legal parents.
Great. So Laura, and we already mentioned the LGBT community, but to kind of narrow that down, what about single intended parents or unmarried couples?
Thanks, Kim. Yes, the statute contemplates supporting single parents, unmarried, same-sex, heterosexual, and references all of those different categories. It also specifically gives guidance on what to do if you get divorced during the process or get married during the process, which is great. And I haven't seen that in another statute as well.
Great. Nikki, what about the parentage process in itself? Just, you don't need to give us all the details on it, but everybody always wants to know, can I get a pre-birth, post-birth? What does that look like? What's the process in Colorado?
Yeah, it's a good question. So either, depending on the circumstances, and in some situations both, when intended parents are out of the country. But in any event, we are able to obtain the desired birth order without appearing in court for hearing. So the parties are able to submit their request for the birth order to the courts, just through notarized documentation. And we recently were moved to an electronic process, which has even further expedited that process for our clients.
Great. And Virginia, what about the birth certificate process? I mean, everybody always wants to know from all of us, how quick can I get it? Can I get it tomorrow? Can I run out of the state tomorrow?
Absolutely. It's a great question. Birth certificates in Colorado have really changed. When before the pandemic, we used to be able to just walk in, and sometimes I'd even have my client walk in and get their own certificate. However, now it has really changed in the fact that sometimes we're seeing that the hospital's not doing what they want, what they need to get the information uploaded, which can be uploaded within 1 day, to the vital records. It's just the fact that we now have to actually make an appointment, or you can do it by mail. So I generally help people get that birth certificate. Most of the time I can get it quicker than they can, and especially with international clients, they're going to need that birth certificate in order to apply for a passport, to get the child's passport in order to get home. So the birth certificate is a complicated thing. So if anybody needs any help, please give me a call, text, or email.
All right, great. And John, what is the benefit of being a fellow with the Academy, working with the other fellows that are on the screen?
Oh, well, I'll tell you, I have learned so much since I joined Quad A, about 15 years ago. And my mentor was Seth Grob, I have to say. He and I kind of started out together back in 2002. So being a member of Quad A has been fantastic. I think the general public and those who need assisted reproduction legal help are pretty aware of the fact that Quad A is kind of the go-to organization if you want an attorney to assist you on your reproductive with your reproductive law needs.
Well, if there's not one theme for sure, Seth also received an award for being a mentor from the Academy. So there you go. That just capped that off. All right. Thank you, everybody, for sharing about the state of Colorado today. For those of you that want to look into Colorado in a little more detail and speak to any of these professionals, you really should reach out to them, especially about your specific circumstances. In order to get their information, you can go back to the Academy's website. And on the website, we have a map, and you can choose the state of Colorado, or you can choose multiple other states and receive additional information. But their contact information is on that map. You can go to our website at www.adoptionart.org and look all of them up and get their information. We appreciate all of you sharing with us today about the state of Colorado. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Kim.
Thanks.
Thank you.